Okay, I think this is going to be my final garden update of the year. I can probably pick my onions whenever I want. They are getting really big and they've done really well. I don't know what I'm saving it for. Something special since I got two. The potatoes right there might still be growing underneath, but the tops are not doing great. I'm gonna harvest my lettuce, put those seeds in paper bags. I just need to get around to doing that. I will just pick my beets whenever I feel like I want some. They're really good. I like to just boil them in water and just eat them right out of that. It's like they're so good. Harvest my cilantro. I'm gonna harvest my sunflower seeds. Those cucumbers are done. I don't think these peas are doing anything else. They actually, not all of them look like they're dying, but they just didn't produce a lot of peas. If anything, I'll just save some for drying seeds. My pumpkins, some are still on the vine, but you know, they're not gonna really grow or do anything. I could probably pick them. That one, I guess, is supposed to be a Blue Prince pumpkin, but didn't quite change color. I don't know. Never grown those before. I already cut up and cooked one sugar pie pumpkin and blended it to make some pumpkin pie. I have that in the fridge. But there's 4 more of those pumpkins that I will be making, I don't know, pumpkin something with. I don't have to just do pumpkin pies, even though that's delicious. I can make other things. You know, I do not know why that pumpkin is white. Some sort of cross-pollination something, but it's interesting. Maybe I should actually pick them and decorate my porch since October's halfway over. Not really my thing. There's a big pumpkin. Now my only dilemma is I only have 2 pumpkins for carving and I have 4 children. So I've got to figure out, actually they could just paint those other green ones. Good idea. See? Thinking out loud here. But anyways, I have to, these Brussels sprouts the plant looks great. It's like still really big and green. I don't know if the Brussels sprouts are still growing, but it's looking like great Brussels sprouts. So it'll be interesting. I've harvested my calendula quite a bit. I can still do more. You know, I watched a YouTube video on things you could plant late in the season, like July or August. And so I did. I planted some beans and some other stuff. But you know what? That just doesn't work here in Panguitch. So I pretty much wasted those seeds because this thing didn't produce anything. Those other people don't live in Panguitch. I have some potatoes trying to grow. I still don't know what this thing is, but it's surviving, whatever. So I'm going to keep stuff like that because when I do clear out what I have left, I'm going to put my chickens in here for a few months and let them just scratch around and eat this dead stuff. When this plant actually produced, I feel like 4 or 5 giant squash, and we've made squash soup with it and just eaten it. It was really good. It's supposed to be a type of acorn squash, but they didn't really look like it. It looked more like a Hubbard squash. And actually, these ones over here stopped growing and never changed color. They're supposed to be green. So I don't really know. I don't know, I'm just going to let the chickens pick at them or something. But when I picked all my squash, it started growing out more, and I was actually starting to get more. I will be surprised if that actually does anything or keeps growing. I mean, maybe if I water it, but I just feel like I'm done for the season. I don't know. I guess it's not that hard to just water it, but anyways, plant just keeps growing. My corn is pretty much died. That didn't really finish either. I might have got 1 or 2 that actually had corn on it. But I do want to pick them, and I've been saving the corn silk. That one's obviously not a good one. But where is one? Oh, right here. This is an actual corn. And I'll just pull it and then take the husks off and save the silk. You can make teas out of it, or you can make tinctures. And I don't really know off the top of my head what it said it was good for. But anyways, just medicinal things. I got one watermelon all year, and I picked it and got seeds out of it. So that's about, it got split open somehow and went rotten. So there's a tiny one right here, but I doubt that's going to do anything. You know what's weird? That other watermelon did the exact same thing. It's actually split. So I wonder, why it did that. But no other watermelons. I actually accidentally left the sides open last night. I knew I was going to do that, but so just all the leaves are not surviving. I planted 4 bell pepper plants, and nothing just really, they all just went bad, or they're tiny, or it just didn't go well. I actually can pick, that's a pretty good jalapeno, so I can get some more jalapenos. I must have watered them too much, because all my jalapenos are not hot at all. They're just, it's like a bell pepper, which is fine. I actually made something with them yesterday, and I loved the flavor, and they weren't hot. So my carrots, we can still pick carrots whenever. I mean, that looks like a giant carrot under there. That's going to be a really big carrot. You can pick it if you want, Summer. Look how big that carrot is. Yeah, get the dirt out from underneath it so it'll come out. Whoops. If it pulls the tops off, we might have to get a shovel. Uh-oh, maybe go get a shovel. But anyways, one of the carrots already went to seed, so that's kind of nice. I'm gonna get some carrot seeds, which I don't really need any. I have a whole bag, but it's okay. See, I just find it really interesting that one went to seed already. It was really early. I mean, it was months ago. And why did you grab a stick? What about a shovel?
I can't find a shovel.
Did you look?
Yes.
Okay. Calendula, I will eventually harvest all these seeds, and then I can also still be harvesting flowers as they open. And these you would plant next year, and then, or I mean, whenever, you can save seeds. And then the flowers are actually medicinal. My tomatoes, I don't know if I even ate a single tomato from my garden. I think I took 3 inside, and Tim tried some. I'm hoping some of these will just start turning red. Some of those are turning orange. You have some right there. But now the problem is that it's getting so cold at night, they're just kind of squishy. So, but I feel like I did hear Tim say that even though they're squishy red tomatoes, they still have more flavor than a store tomato, because the store tomatoes are junk. But look at that. Ooh, that's not good. Maybe cut around it, I don't know. But anyways, I have a lot of green ones, just nothing happened with them this year. You know what? I had a late start with planting in the greenhouse because we had just put it up in the spring. So I have high hopes for next year. I've learned some things, and I'm going to plant the seeds in the ground earlier in the greenhouse. Most things don't do well transplanting. When we planted them in the milk jugs and you're like transferring them, it just stunted their growth. It didn't do anything. So I have some ideas for next year. Hopefully it'll be better and get more of a harvest. But I did learn a lot, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it. Takes a lot of time though. That's why I feel like even though there's a few things still left to do in here, I'm just done for the season. I feel like I got to move on to...
This carrot does not want to come out.
Okay, well, let me actually go get you a shovel. My 8-year-old can't seem to find a shovel, sitting right here on the ground. Okay. Are you gonna dig it or do you want me to dig it?
Me too.
Okay, start out around. That is gonna be a giant carrot. Okay, I'm gonna move over here. Okay. Why are you wearing your sister's shoes?
Okay. I couldn't really find anything to slip on.
I only have 20 pairs of shoes in my closet, but I needed my sister's. That's okay. They both do that. They just want what's next to the door and easy. Okay, you can start from the other side too.
Can you pull that one out?
Yeah. Well, let's just
pull
focus
it
on
out?
this one. Okay,
I
try to
don't-
pull really. Grab two hands. Put your hands around. Pull straight up.
I just
need
don't
help?
wanna break it.
Do you want me to help you?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to help her and I'm not focusing on what I'm doing. Not a professional by any means.
You can still show that one.
This dirt and ground is still pretty wet and moist, and I feel like I haven't watered in a while. I had heard that if you stopped watering tomatoes, they would actually start turning red quicker from not watering them. Okay, hand me the shovel, please. Can I help you?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's videoing. Why did you just take it? And okay.
It's really big.
Yeah. Oh, look, it looks pretty. Uh-oh.
I told you to break it.
Well, it has some growths on it. Some interesting things. We're gonna have to dig the rest of it out. That is a giant carrot. Okay,
Told you not to break it.
I know. Okay, we're gonna finish pulling a bunch of carrots without the camera.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
And then I want to show them about the sun.